Merry Christmas, all. We're back out here in the same area doing that same old dance, just like Thanksgiving. Jeremy and I got in around last night, and we did see what we thought was a grain train sitting on the house track here at Tyson Foods. No action on the main as of yet. Looking there at North End Bartlett, red signals both directions. However, looking back at the grains facility, we did happen to spot that train that we saw the other night. It's further back in the yard sorting out those hoppers. Also, while looking around, I did notice several work order signs in the area. No doubt from all this rain in the region, it caused a lot of track work that needs a lot of attention. No bumpy tracks around here, that's never a good feeling. After a good survey of the land, my first train of the day is now lined up to come on through. Clear signal there at North End Bartlett, and after dispatch giving this train a few slow order bulletins, here he came up the hill, Q142. Track speed through here is 55 miles per hour, but with the many slow orders in the area, no doubt restricted speeds might be about 25. And coming up that hill there, in addition, these throttles will be open a little bit more to get all that tonnage up. Typical me, I'm waiting to see if one is close behind this train, but that's not happening this time. He's keeping on north and no one's behind him for the moment. Since things were quiet, I moved barely a mile to the north checking out that other slow order. But while doing such, I was unaware that local A732 had left Oglethorpe Yard already, and already around the curve knocking down North End Bartlett. Third engine out on this local is engine 7204, a rebuilt AC44CW now classed as a CM44AH. Short train today, no doubt because it's Christmas Eve. Nothing else going on, I zipped over to Montezuma, which is a really short drive. And my timing here could have been more perfect. This is the NS Albany district from Macon to Albany, Georgia. And as I said, timing was perfect because here comes some loaded grain, 56E with a ST70 ACE leading. As the loaded grain continues on through town, it will soon cross the Flint River and then meet CSX at the Diamond there near Oglethorpe. Once crossing there, it'll continue on south on to Albany. Looks like Santa is a rail fan as well. All things considered, he has delivered train sets under the tree for many people over the years, mine included. Well, with no action on the tracks for now, I decided to grab some lunch, then back out and camped out at the Mount Olive Railroad crossing here on the CSX Fitzgerald Sub. Was starting to wonder if the Christmas hiatus was already in effect, but that was until... It's a train heading north that I see quite often. This is Q646 bound for Birmingham, Alabama. As this train passes, the railroader in me kicked in. When two trains pass each other, the waiting crew carefully watches and listens as the train running goes by. For me, it's when these auto racks go by. Looking closely at them, something was giving off a certain sound that did raise my suspicions a bit. But found out the cause was not the cars, but the tracks itself. Look at that dip right there. After 6:46, I was taking a closer look at the track. It's definitely a soft spot under those cross ties. All that rain washed out the solid surface underneath. Then looking back up, we have a southbound on its way. Approach limited. Max speed through here is 55 as said before, but the aspect tells the train to slow down to 45 before passing South End Bartlett. And of course, as mentioned before, with the slow order going on, 25 will be the max through here. Moving back to the Tyson elevator, the Tyson switcher is still hard at work moving those hoppers around. And it was a bit of a wait, much longer than I expected, but here he came around the bend. This is Q143 bound for Duval Yard, aka Jack's Ramp. And the engineer on board, he's definitely in the Christmas spirit. Or is it really Santa bringing gifts by train? He gave me a wave as he passed by. Well, that wrapped it up for this Christmas Eve. I did get on the road and see some family in Savannah, Georgia, but I didn't bring any of my video equipment, so I'll be back out here the day after Christmas. Happy Boxing Day! Well, I'm back out here in the usual spot, and again, the Tyson switcher, hard at work. And finally, I actually get to hear what this Tyson switcher sounds like. Considering the engine, it sounds like a high-powered diesel for a semi. I did have a late start here, so no doubt I missed all the action. But before heading out of here, I did want to go check out this yard. This is Oglethorpe Yard, a small yard that sits just north of the Diamond, which is the crossing point of Norfolk Southern's Albany District. That's local A732 you see right there with the trio of engines. Once it gets a crew, it'll head on to Junction City and other points north to get its work done. While here, it didn't seem like anything was going on, but I was unaware that the signals were green, and then I heard a train call clear south in Oglethorpe, and I already landed the drone. So, with the ground camera, I was waiting right here for Q142. No, not the truck. There we go. I did manage to get the drone back up in the air and getting a good bird's eye view of the train as it passes by. And with all those empty well cars, I thought it was Q126. And there's a lot of them. Well, there he goes, heading on north, and I will be doing the same in a couple of minutes. So, here in Oglethorpe, Georgia, at Oglethorpe Yard, at milepost A and B 728.5 here on the Fitzgerald Sub. Thanks for watching. Until the next milepost.